Why do some memes seem to go super viral? It's like they take over the internet, and for a period of time, they become all people can talk about. You know the kind.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
They take over the internet. One day, it's just a random post. The next, it's everywhere. Kids are talking about it. Celebrities are weighing in.
I think it's such a funny topic, though. It's like
News anchors are making jokes about it. It feels like the entire internet is living in a shared craze. So, what's really going on? Well, to prove just how powerful a meme can be, you've probably come across this one.
If 100 dudes try to fight a gorilla,
bruh.
100 men versus one gorilla. So why this meme? Why has this particular question taken over your feed? Why do memes go viral in general? Well, viral memes hook our attention instantly. They're weird, funny, visual, or emotionally charged. They make us pause. You stop scrolling. Then they give us something to do. React, argue, like, dislike, or share. And secretly, in a way, they let us express our identity. Memes kind of become a way to say, here's what I find funny. Here's what I think. Here's how I think. Here's who I am. The best memes are like social puzzles. They ask questions with no clear answer, but have loads of room for people to perform their intellect, humor, values, status. And when a meme hits all those triggers, the audience loves it. The algos go crazy, and the internet rewards that engagement with even more reach, and the spiral begins. At the core, trends are patterns of collective human behavior. They emerge when a new idea, style, behavior, or meme captures attention and spreads, sometimes like wildfire. But why it spreads and how far depends on a mix of factors. Let's look at number one. Humans love four things. First, novelty. We're drawn to what's new or surprising. A trend offers a break from the ordinary. Novelty activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine, the chemical involved in pleasure and addiction. Second thing, social validation. If others are doing it, we feel a pull to join in too. That's social proof. If everyone's talking about it, it must be important, right? When a trend explodes online, our instinct is to lean in. The more others engage, the more we want to join in, if only to not feel left out. Third thing, belonging. We're tribal creatures at heart. Taking part in a trend makes us feel connected or relevant. Joining a trend is like wearing the digital uniform of your group. It's shorthand for saying, I get it, I'm one of you. It's why people don't just see a meme, they share it, because sharing is how we bond in this digital age. And the fourth thing, identity signaling. Trends help us show others who we are or who we aspire to be, whether it's ironic, edgy, weird, or wholesome. What we post says something. Even silence says something. Take the 100 men versus one gorilla trend. On paper, it sounds absurd. Actually, even off paper, it sounds absurd. But that's exactly why it works. It's bizarre, visually extreme, conceptually sticky. It hijacks your brain's novelty radar like a car alarm in a quiet street. You can't help but pause, watch, or at the very least, ask someone about it. And let's be honest, you probably did. Maybe you brought it up at lunch with a friend, starting with a half laugh. Okay, wait, have you seen this ridiculous gorilla versus 100 guys thing? And boom, shared laughter. A bonding moment over the absurd. That's social validation in action. You feel in sync. You're not just talking about a meme, you're sharing a cultural reference that only those in the know understand. That's belonging. Then maybe you posted your own take. Maybe you debated strategy. Actually, if 30 of the 100 men were MMA fighters and you know where this goes, suddenly you're part of the larger story. You're signaling identity. Maybe you're the strategist, the comedian, the ironic observer. And here's the deeper layer. We don't just join trends, we need them. They're the digital equivalent of sitting around a campfire and telling stories. They connect us across screens, time zones, and algorithms. We find our people through the weird stuff, the memes, the challenges, the guerrilla battles of the internet age. Because underneath all the absurdity is a very human need to feel like we're part of something, to laugh with someone, not just alone on our phones, to say, you saw it too, right? I'm not the only one. Algorithms love engagement. Social media has dramatically amplified how trends spread. And here's how. Virality thrives in connected networks. If someone influential or widely followed joins a trend, it cascades through their followers. Think of it like dropping dye into water. An example of this is the 100 men versus gorilla meme. When Mr. Beast online stated, "Need 100 men to test this. Any volunteers?" This quickly amassed millions of views and seemed to ignite widespread discussions across various platforms. And remember, algorithms love engagement. Trends that prompt shares, reactions, or comments get boosted, so the system itself starts pushing the trend to more people. Sometimes a trend hits at just the right moment, where the mood of a culture is ripe for something absurd. You know, with our busy world and stressful state of affairs, absurd debates, like the 100 men versus a gorilla, can offer a kind of mental relief. It's almost like an escape. It's a form of, this makes no sense, and that's exactly why I love it. The gorilla meme gives people a ridiculous premise to bond over, laugh about, and argue without consequences. The gorilla meme seemed to just go super viral. It actually outpaced others in a crowded attention economy because it almost hits every viral ingredient. Let's break it down. Firstly, the idea is instantly intriguing. Just saying out loud stops people. Could 100 men beat one gorilla? It's cartoonish, primal, ridiculous. You have to think about it. You have an opinion, and now you're in the game. There's something immediately vivid about that mental image. Our brains stop scrolling to imagine it. It taps into the same what-if curiosity. The stakes are bizarre but feel oddly important. Secondly, it taps into tribal logic. It's not just about gorillas and guys. It scratches deep psychological itches like, what are humans really capable of? Is strength or strategy more powerful? And then you have group versus individual. We are wired to think in terms of tribal strength. And thirdly, it's built for viral debate. Everyone has an opinion, but more than that, no one can truly be right. There's no definitive answer, which invites endless speculation. It's universal. You don't need specialist knowledge to join in. Everyone has heard of gorillas, and everyone knows what 100 men looks like. And it's remixable. People started asking, what if it's 100 kids? What if it's 100 Navy SEALs? What if the gorilla is a silverback? What if? You see, there's no right answer, which makes it infinitely discussable. And since everyone can understand the scenario, everyone's qualified to debate it. The fourth thing is, it gained algorithmic momentum. The trend reached critical mass once influencers, meme accounts, and content creators all started talking about it. As we said before, the algorithms kick in. Platforms reward engaging content with more exposure. And remember, people fear missing out. If your whole feed is gorilla memes, you join in. Otherwise, you feel out of the loop. Another thing is humor compounds. It quickly evolved into sketches, debates, animations, mock documentaries. That creative layering gives the trend long life. Platforms noticed the engagement. People weren't just laughing, they were arguing passionately. And so, the system pushed it harder, faster, wider. More views, more takes, more memes. And just like that, it went super viral. In summary, the 100 men versus gorilla meme became a global phenomenon because it was absurd enough to capture attention, debatable enough to fuel engagement, simple enough for anyone to join in, and human enough to spark identity and status debates. It became less about the gorilla and more about who you are and how you answer. So the next time you're caught in a viral meme storm, ask not, why is this strange thing trending? Ask, what itch is this scratching for all of us?